seems today that all we see are useless magic trailers you can't believe. So where are those informed, honest people who help you choose what to buy? With PropDog you can always rely. PropDog are a team who will always aim to please you. Integrity and service that you can't deny. It's time for PropDog Live!
Hello! And welcome to PropDog Live. Apologies for being slightly late, everybody. We have a very busy shop at the moment. So we have the amazing Miles Thornton over there. Say hello.
Hello.
We have the fantastic Adrian Tridden over the back there. And we have the, we've just got Liam Ball over there. The mind-blowing Liam Ball, who's sticking his fingers up at me. And yes, my new anti-aging potion works amazingly. I tried it on Aki this morning and look what happened. So Aki's going to turn into a puppy again.
Aki was getting a bit old, wasn't he? He was getting a bit old. I mean, he'd had a few days, and he had a good year. I think it's enough.
Do you know what the main ingredient in my anti-aging potion was?
What?
Kombucha.
Oh,
who would have known that the reason I looked so young and so good was really because of the kombucha? Because I gave one glass of it to Aki, and look what happened. Yes, isn't that right? So there we go. Well, hello everyone, it's just been a mad afternoon. We had a nice quiet morning, didn't we?
It was
Thinking
right.
We've got loads of time to prep for the afternoon live show, and all of a sudden everything happened. So it's been busy. Right, okay, let's see who is around. Oh, Stan's there. Stan says Mark Leverage is a top man. I love his effects. Well, do you know what? Stan, Mark Leverage is a top man, but I really wish that when he released a certain effect through a card shark, the wild dice, that he had a bit more control over the access to the instructions, because we found out today that if you want to get this, which is great, and you want to read the instructions, you can't just get a link and say, oh, here's the instruction link. Oh no, what have you got to do, Alex?
You have to sign up to, so you get a link to Card Shark's webpage where you have to sign up and create an account with Card Shark, saying
with
that
your name,
your email address, all of that jazz, so that they can
your chest size,
so that they can give you.
glove size.
So basically, you're signing up to their newsletter and creating an account on their website, and then you have to send that off. Then they send you an email going, "Thank you for registering with Card Shark. Please now click here, and we'll send you your password." So you end up with 3 emails.
Yeah.
And it is a rigmarole we are going to help you out though, aren't we?
We are, yeah, because we have a customer who is rather famous, and of course he doesn't want to be giving out his name and address and email to somebody just to be able to get his instructions, and you know, it's not fair on him who he is. So we are going to help you out. We're just going to shortcut everything, and we're going to print off the instruction links ourselves and just give it to you, because we're nice like that at PropDog. That's the kind of thing we do. I'll tell you what. We are nice at PropDog because, you know, we'd like to do nice things to you guys, like a Wonder Pop, for example. Wonder Pop, we take the wonderful effect that is Wonder Pop, but just happens to be really, really badly made, and I mean really badly made, shockingly made, and we remake it for you at no extra charge to ourselves. In fact, we make virtually no profit. We make about £1.50 profit on them now, because we remake them for you, and we're good at that. And we have done that again. So Mexi Mex, if you're watching, I'm not sure of Mexi's real name, but Mexi Mex, that's his YouTube handle, gave us a really good idea, which we should have thought of. I'm quite ashamed I didn't think about it. So he said on the comments for our last YouTube video, because we were talking about quantum spoon bend, and we were talking about the spoon size, how you can do it with a better size spoon if you've got an English size spoon. In fact, let me just show you. For those of you who don't know, let me show you the effect first before I say anything. Show that. So the effect, it's all right, I suppose, if it wasn't for the sheer fact that this is the spoon you are given. This massive normal looking spoon that is nothing like a normal looking spoon. That is,
we haven't got one there. I've got one on my desk.
I
must have it on my desk, mustn't
I?
It's a chutney spoon, isn't it?
I did put one on here to show everybody, but yeah, let me just show you.
Well, I've got part of
hang on, I'll open this. So this is what we give you with it, and inside here is the exact same gimmicks that you get with the actual quantum spoon bend, but we are giving you not just one normal size teaspoon with it. You can see if I just put those the same size, there we are. We give you a normal, we actually give you 2 normal spoons, and a bent one. And we give you the extra gimmick that comes with this, that matches other teaspoons. So you can, in theory, borrow a teaspoon and do the trick. And we've made sure the gimmick that we give you is exactly the same size as the gimmick you get with it, so you can do the full effect with a normal looking spoon. So us people at PropDog, being nice as we are, we give you this little extra. So if you do buy quantum spoon, Ben, because we do still have 10 of them, because we gave one away that was destroyed by a customer for a review by Adam, and we sold one quite randomly to somebody who obviously haven't seen our reviews. So now, in order to help sell it, if you do want to get it, you do get real spoons with it, because we're just nice like that. Here we are. Hello.
So we don't use.
Is that your daddy? Is that your daddy? Your daddy's here. Go on. It's not really accurate, by the way. Don't start emailing in saying you want my computer. That's not really. Another big thank you, actually, as well as thanking Mex for his suggestion to do this, which we should have thought of. Another big thank you for Chris Gilders, because you may notice a nice. Well, I said brand new, but nice. Well, it's brand new for us. Nice, amazing, brand new keyboard that works. Look, hear bleeps. Couldn't hear bleeps on the last one. It worked. So Chris very kindly sent that in. He said he would last week, and he came through on it. So Chris, if you're watching, thank you so much, my friend. You are very, very kind. And at last, now we have a keyboard without having to go around and either unplug other keyboards and replug them back in.
It's a lot.
Or going.
It was it's a lot less fun watching you log in now.
I know, yeah. But now when I do the giveaways, I can go start, stop.
Yeah.
Ooh, like that, just like that. Anyway, right, all that over. Let's get on with seeing who's around. So, what's happening in the?
Just to be clear, are we charging anything for all the extra work that we're putting in?
Don't be silly.
Okay, just checking.
We're PropDog.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry
do it for
silly
them.
Question. Silly question.
We do it for them, and the fact that we're
Very
stuck
sorry.
with 10 of them that we don't really want to sell to anyone. But now, at least we can sell it to them and say, look, yeah, it's now at least an okay trick. You know, it's still. They're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist, because there are much better ways of doing it out there personally. But if you're going to do something on social media and you're just going to be on your Zoom or whatever and just doing it, yeah, it's going to be a nice little effect you can do and get away with it quite well. So, but
I mean,
I
I did watch Craig Petty's review of it, and he said it was all right. He gave it 30-something%. But I think my problem, I think Dave's in agreement, is the fact that if you've produced the worst gimmick for doing it,
yeah, well, no.
Then it's not very good, because you've got other options that are better.
My problem with it is, if you're going to create a product, don't turn around and say you can do it with any borrowed object.
Well, there is that
because
as well.
You can't do it with any borrowed spoon. You can't just go into a restaurant and borrow a spoon and do it, which is what they're making you believe you can in the trailer. So you then go and buy it and then realise, hang on a minute, I can't do that.
No.
And the gimmick, although it's fairly easy for us to make, you guys would have had a lot more problems making it. So there we go. Right, anyway, who was first today, Liam? Who do you think was first on our live?
Was it Finley?
Mind reader, however did you know? It's amazing. See,
See, when you're on top of
brilliant
class,
magician,
top of the
brilliant
game
magician,
like
yeah,
that,
however
see.
would you know? But yeah, hello Finley, first as always. Charlie second, getting better Charlie. Robert Van Buren, always third, Robert, always third, never mind. Frank Valenti says, happy Friday guys, can you talk about Wild Dice by Mark Leverage?
Oi.
We've just done it, but we haven't actually talked about it, but we will talk about it. It looks great, but is it a worker or something that will be tossed into my magic drawer with the other things I bought? That would be epic. Thanks. I haven't actually seen it, so Steve saw it, didn't he? And
Steve
he liked it. He
I-
did mention on the instructions there was a few things where they didn't get something right and kind of cursed a bit, and they left it in for some reason, which was rather weird.
I know, I found that quite sweet that they left it in,
Yeah.
because so I actually made it up. It's actually on Mark's DVD by L&L, I believe, called Master Routines, and I made it up from that many moons ago. This is actually cheaper than making it up yourself, even though it looks like you've just got 3 matchboxes. And it is really good. It's really simple. It's a combination of the sort of 3 shell game, and with a little bit of a cups and balls final load finale at the end. It is easy, even though the card shark bloke cocks it up. But it's just knacky. It's just a bit knacky, and you've just got to practice it a lot. You know, a bit like the 3 shell game. You know, there's nothing desperately skillful in it, but you've just sort of got to learn the moves and just sort of get that muscle memory down. It is a wonderful routine. It's definitely a worker. One other thing is that you get the Card Sharks version of the routine, not actually Mark Leverage's, because they haven't quite sussed out with L&L the rights to show you Mark's and give Mark's teaching on it, which is a bit of a shame. but you can probably still watch Mark's routine. I think the trailer shows Mark's routine, if I remember rightly. But yeah, and also the nice bit is all the dice can be examined at the end. The actual boxes can't, but that's part of the price of having. So all three of the drawers are gimmicked in some way.
Sorry, somebody didn't set up the close-up cam when they set up the cameras.
Did they not?
No. Or was that a one?
Aki! Right. So there you go. So yeah, so you get that. So, I mean, they're nice ordinary matchboxes. So even if your matchbox, I'll tell you what. But the other thing is, if the matchbox wears out, if you have any problems with it, you can just buy a new matchbox, same size, and you can transfer the gimmick from one to the other.
Oh, upside down. There you go.
So yeah, I mean, it's a lovely. I think it's a lovely routine. It was good enough for me to bother buying all of the dice back in the day when the DVD came out, and I fully recommend the DVD as well. Yeah, really good, Which is why I bought so many in.
Come and get it. Liam, while you're here, would you mind just come around here for a second? Just come out here. Come. Take a Sharpie and write your name and the top half of that card nice and big with a Sharpie. No, just do it.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, in fact, I'm going to video this as you're doing it.
See, now I know I'm good.
By the way, Liam has no idea why I'm asking him to do this whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, and now would you do the same with that pen?
With this
That
Yeah,
sharp,
just
yeah.
yeah. It's not going to go bang. It's just a pen. Yeah, just like on
Oh.
there. Okay. So now, bearing in mind that when you wear when you use a Sharpie a few more times,
Yeah,
it gets a bit thicker and a bit back. It's a brand spanking new Sharpie. But yeah, did you notice anything weird or wonderful about those at all?
Well, other than the fact that one is a lot thicker than the other.
Yeah, I mean, if you use a Sharpie a few more times, it will become slightly thicker. And I'm sure if we borrowed a Sharpie, it would be like that. Nothing else you notice different?
Nope.
Which one's clearer?
Well, the one at the bottom.
Which one's blacker?
I'd say they're
Hard
both
to tell,
about the
though,
same.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Just wipe off the top one. Just wipe it off. Let's try and wipe. Oh, no, it's not. Try wiping the other one off. Oh, look how well that wipes off.
Very nice.
Oh, look at this. Watch. Ooh, there we go. So, as you guys know, you're trashing the place.
Sorry, it jumped.
As you guys know, we do
very good, isn't
the converted dry wipe Sharpies. We have done for quite some time, but we have managed to improve the actual dry markers. So the markers we use to convert these, we've got much better markers. So sometimes if you use a dry white marker, they're a little bit watery, a little bit grey sometimes when you come through. These ones are really thick.
Yeah, actually.
Get the paddle. So these are really thick, right? They write really well, really clearly, as you can see. Okay, and not only that, they wipe off amazingly. Once it's dry, no smears, no smudges. It just literally just goes and vanishes. Look at that. Just vanishes perfectly. So it's brilliant for routines, like the kind of pinch Sharpie, stuff like that, different stuff. Yeah, and Alex is now going to demonstrate.
That's
a dry one. So check this out. We are really sharp.
So this is the thing. If you ever you do this, don't you? You do turbo stick.
Yeah. I use just a great big dry wipe marker for it. But
yeah, but this just wipes off easier than any other dry wipe I've ever used for this. Yeah. In fact, there's just no residue whatsoever. It's just. Especially doing it up. No, we'll get Liam can do the whole routine. But there you go.
Do you do the routine then, Liam? Do you want to do? In front of the camera, you good enough to do it now? With the pressure, when the pressure's on. Well, in that case, hang on. He's getting serious now.
Are we going to do them in different colours? Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to do them in red and green, but we have to order them in. They will take about a month to come here for the red and the greens.
Yeah. But they are genuine. I mean,
Liam is going to test it out for some real time. Come on, Liam. No pressure, mate. No pressure. This is what happens when you come to a PropDog on a Friday. You see.
I was going to go home an hour ago.
Yeah, you should have done it. See, you hung around. You knew the live was coming.
No, that's not my.
What is that?
I don't know, but it wasn't what I thought it was. I'm not asking what I just drunk.
Look at Aki crashed out on the couch there. Look.
It's a hard life. Right.
Isn't it just?
6.
Right, you ready?
Six.
6.
Six
I reckon-
indeed
I
is
reckon
the answer.
6.
Yeah. How many spots? The answer is go 6. So if I were to do this, how many spots are there now?
5.
Well, you'd say 5, but there's actually 4. See, what I did was I did it both at the same time.
Oh, you do your little finger, your finger underneath?
Finger underneath, while I talk underneath.
Connie, yep.
Okay, we'll go again. Let's. In fact, was that? Should we start again?
Yeah, start again.
Start again. How many spots?
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah.
6.
It's been a while.
6.
Okay, 6 spots. This time we'll go this way. Here, very carefully watch here. Now, how many spots?
5.
5. But there's still,
Oh,
only
yeah,
4.
yeah,
See, because while I was in that one, see, it's just that you missed it because it was.
I did miss it, yeah.
Okay, here we'll go this way here. Now there's no funny business. How many spots now?
2.
Yeah. Sorry.
4.
Okay, we can definitely do 2. 2 is good. We can do 2, 2 and
Yeah.
2, which is interesting.
Should we go back to when there was 2?
Shall we go back to when that's
Yeah,
a good idea?
yeah,
What
yeah.
you mean when it's like this?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it, that's it.
I'm glad that you remember this routine because I certainly
It's been a
don't.
while, isn't it? It's been a while.
It has been a while. So if we actually take them both off, one on the top, one on the bottom, then we definitely just left
Just
with
one on
one,
the top.
which is good because we can then throw it down here
Oh,
and we can bring it
hello,
back again.
hello.
Whichever way you want to go, we can pass it down here. It's always there. The really interesting thing though is if you actually wipe them off completely, you've got nothing left at all. And you can put them back up, put them back on again, which is always really interesting. The great thing about it though is if you take this one and pull, you end up with the pen, which is exactly where you started.
Brilliant. There you go.
Oh,
and how easy
The
did
pressure.
How easy did that come off?
That was great, actually. It was really
was.
nice.
It was.
Really
Nice,
nice to use, yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than having to sort of
Yeah.
do that.
Really chuffed we found these. So yeah, if anyone has used these in the past and wants a replacement, or if you've not used one that doesn't even, if you don't even know about it, then yeah, they're $9.99. You get 5 of these with it as well. So the reason I did this is I was forever carrying around packs of cards. When I'm writing predictions, I was writing something down and then tearing it up, getting a new bit out. With these, you can just write your prediction down and turn it over. Once you finish it, you just wipe it off, and that's it. So there we go. Those are the converted, all new converted. Have we put all new on them on the website? We should just put all new converted, all new and new improved, improved converted PropDog Sharpie marker thingy things with little white thingy card things.
The problem is that when people come in and buy stuff, I've got to remember what the first word is of the item in order for it to come up. It's quite easy
dry
to
marker,
all.
dry
or whiteboard marker. It's going to be one of the two, isn't it?
Well, not if we start putting new improved in front of it all.
Oh, well.
I know. We'll
Then
see.
everything's new and improved, right?
Then
That's
what you
true.
need is my new youth tonic. Help improve your memory back to when you were 12.
Oh, God.
One sip and hey. Right, okay. Anyway, shall we move on?
You can go. Thank you very much.
Now,
Limbo.
yeah, bye. Yeah, that'll learn you. Come on a Friday. Right, okay.
And if
let's
anyone's
move
watching
on.
from where Liam works, he's only just arrived.
Adrian.
The only person who works
Oh.
where I work is
Yeah.
Adrian.
Oh, only,
And
yeah.
he arrived shortly after I did, so we're all good.
We've only just found out that Adrian and Liam both work for the same company, so yeah, the things you learn on a PropDog Alive, who would have known, eh? Right, okay. Frank, that was a bit of a long one for Wild Dice. I hope you liked it. Josh Woods there, he says hi. Eddie Grant says hi, guys. All healthy and happy. What, you're all healthy and happy, or are you meaning are we all healthy and happy? I'm healthy and happy. You healthy?
I'm healthy and happy.
He's healthy. Never happy. Otto's there. Hello, buddy. He says hi, guys. Simon Keane. Afternoon, all. Dean. Hello, mate. He says afternoon, everyone. Any chance of split focus discussion, please?
What do you want to discuss? That's the.
People like it, don't they?
That's the.
It's a Greg Williamson one, isn't it? Greg
No.
Williamson. Greg Williamson
No,
one.
is that? Yeah.
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 Not Greg Williamson. Yeah, Greg's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Greg Williamson.
It's best. The only discussion I've got is it's best with the Morgan, not the Eisenhower,
That's what you
because
said to me. Yeah, you said the Eisenhower wasn't very popular. Not very good.
well, it's because they've got that they're nickel over copper, aren't they?
Right.
Or whatever. So you get the brown around the edges, and so when
Right.
you've got if you put two coins next to each other, because of how the edge wears, you get
They
two
don't look
distinct
the same.
lines. So
Yeah.
it looks less like one coin, whereas the Morgan, because they are supposedly silver, I'm not quite sure what they do make.
They're an aluminium or
Yeah,
that's
but,
steel
they
alloy,
are,
so steel
but
alloy.
they've got nothing
Yeah.
to wear off and reveal another colour underneath. That is about the only thing about it. Yeah, no, I've seen a few good guys using it, and it is a really good routine. Not too difficult. Yeah, highly recommended.
There you
In
go,
Morgan.
Dean. Yep. Feel free, Dean, next time you're in to have a little play with them. You're always welcome to do that. Henry Ferrer says, hi guys. Hello, Henry. Jack Simpson, hi guys. Hope you're well. Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Jack. Andy Tingley, afternoon, Dave, Aki, Alex and Bobo, and little Delilah and Mike is downstairs. Chris Gunner's afternoon, everyone. Hello, Chris. And if you missed it, I said, a big thank you for the keyboard. We really, really appreciate that. You don't know how much we appreciate it. It's amazing. It's difficult to get hold of Mac keyboards now for under a ridiculous price. So yes, thank you so much. Stan Harry says, Mark Leverage is a top man, and I love his effects. He's an amazing bloke. Great,
I will say
clever
actually,
thinker. He's a clever thinker, isn't he?
yeah, I will say actually the clip of him when when he does the wild dice, and actually he does for L&L, it doesn't. His performance isn't quite as fluid. I don't know if there's something about the American sense of humour and the American audience he's in or anything else, but if you watch him on the master routines, you get a much better feel of just what a great performer Mark is. He really is one of the best.
He's like the gentleman of magic, isn't
Yeah.
he? Yes, yes. Josh Riley says hello. Ifty says, hey chaps. Adam Evans, hello guys. Just a reminder about my destruction video of Quantum Bend. Yeah, Adam, we're not really sure if we can show it, mate. It was funny for us. We enjoyed it, but yeah, it might be a bit too much to be showing on the live, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's a little bit too much of a personal attack. I mean, some DVDs and effects warrant it. We're not sure if Quantum really warrants that kind of video. So, but yeah, we did all have a really good laugh and did enjoy it. And if anyone wants to see it, we can always send it to you, or Adam will, 100%. Adam Wilbur's there. Hello, buddy. I hope you're well. He says, good lord, that pup is insanely cute. Can you guys start stocking those, please? Yeah, this one, mate. Just yeah. Well, Mike's not looking. We'll pack it in a box, some food, a couple of air holes. Yeah.
Since he's on, I think he's on because I promised that I would have a look at, in case of emergency, a little more closely.
Oh, well, we talked about it last.
We did
a
talk
couple of
about
weeks
it
ago. Yeah. Did we not do it justice?
Well, so once again, this is the same thing with which I said with Grandfather's Top. Is that not only do you get a really good routine, a really good working routine, the tuition that Adam has put into it is quite remarkable.
Well, I must admit, we didn't look into the tuition, did we?
No,
we
so
didn't
I watched
we
it all.
just simply don't get a chance to look into everything.
I watched it all and I was going, I can't believe he's giving this away for nothing.
Really? He's a
Yeah,
top bloke, that Adam.
really good bloke and real well-paced quality teaching. You get you get an ambitious card routine in it, which has a couple of nice moves that uses like the paintbrush change.
You should have advertised all this with it, actually.
Well, yeah, and he
should have mentioned what you get in it. It's a big selling point. You
it's
should
got
really
a
pick
nice,
it up about it. Yeah.
and Adam, if you're still on, I love the card. He puts the card on top of the deck and he slides it down across the fan into the middle, which looks really elegant, looks really classy. I hadn't seen anyone do that before, so lovely tradition. He also teaches the Mercury card fold, his Mercury card fold, and you also get Cody Fisher's Mercury card fold, which is the one that I used. I can't remember where on earth I read it, but I think it was out a fair few years ago, but he's got Cody to reteach it.
What's the difference in I mean, compared? You know the one I do.
Yep.
I don't know whose one it is that I do. I just know that one. But what's the difference? Is there much?
Well,
is
what is interesting, and the other thing is actually the way Cody teaches it, the way he talks about it, is how really, if you're struggling with a slight or there's something you don't like about it, you should break it down. And he was always worried about the noise.
Right.
So he does it, without giving away too much, he does it in 2 steps, which makes it quieter, and eliminates the moment of the noise, pretty much. And also he does it under some big justified movements, without saying too much. I'll tell you more later.
Right, okay.
Without saying too much. But it makes, if you're having any trouble with it, you can do it slower, in 2 parts, silently, under good misdirection, and you really should get you really confident in it. The other thing about this, you don't need the Mercury card fold for it. So Adam teaches one where the card, you just force the card and it vanishes from the deck. He teaches a couple of versions of that. There's a torn corner version, and I actually almost prefer it without the Mercury card fold than the actual signed card to play. So the torn corner is absolutely fine, and the card vanishing from the deck is as powerful. So even if you're worried about the Mercury card fold, that'll.
So basically, it's worth buying it just for the instructions that come with it, even if you don't use a gimmick.
Yeah, pretty much. It is remarkable value.
Don't the car fold. Come on. Don't it. Go on.
You know. But so it's really good value for money, and it's nice. And the other thing, which I know a lot of people are probably talking about, is that it does fit in there.
That's what those pockets were designed for.
It does.
They always knew that one day Adam would release an effect.
It does fit in there.
Fit in there.
You just put that on the table. He teaches you how to make the card vanish. He teaches you how to force the card simply, easily. So from beginners to expert, I think there's 4 different stages. That are very, very easy to a little bit trickier. And Cody's card fold is
awesome.
Brilliant.
Is that all in the description?
We're going to have to rewrite the description.
Rewrite the description, yeah. Well, we can rewrite it on ours anyway. But yeah, let's rewrite it and make sure that everyone knows just the value they're getting and what comes in it, because that alone is worth the price of it. So, He's an alright bloke, that Adam. Roy Brownlow says floppy proppy doggy. Martin Album says good afternoon, prop doggers. Hope you're all well. We are very well, thank you, Martin. Adam Chase says evening guys. Garen Ogden, have you had a delivery from Penguin Magic yet?
No,
we've ordered, but it's not come yet.
Monday, I'm guessing now.
Chris Watts says happy Friday, prop doggers, and to you, Chris. Josh Wood, that packaging was like the nest of boxes. I can verify you are top guys. Thank you, Chris. Jonas says, hi guys, sorry I'm late, but apparently I had to work. You're not fooling anybody, Jonas. Getting a bottle of the good stuff off the top shelf, putting it down, pouring it into a glass, getting some ice and glugging it down is not considered work. Well, I guess if you do it enough, as much as you do, maybe it is considered work. Yeah, okay. Mick Edwards there. Afternoon, guys. Hello, Mick. It's been a while, mate. I haven't seen you in the shop for a long while, actually. I hope you're all well. Soon says, Friday fantastic. A question. What impression device would you recommend? There's some really good ones out there, isn't there? I mean, the best ones are the super expensive electronic, you can't bend it ones. But other ones work really well. Parapad's pretty good. We have had a couple of issues with some of them. The Informer pad is very good. We do like that one. And as much as I hate to admit it, Steam by Mr. Ali Nora was actually very good as well. A few of you will know why I'm angry about that. You know, I presume?
Yep. Yes. I think also it probably depends on what you want to use it for. So if you want it inside a pad, because Word in a Million is a brilliant book test that uses a very similar gimmick to those, and it's great. You can use any pen. So it's really, I think, impression devices depends on what you're using it for.
Great news. At last, we've been asking every week. Andy Foster's back. Oh, it's been a long while since we've been back, and we keep saying, "Where's Andy Foster been? Where has Andy Foster been?"
Where's he
but
been?
he's here.
Where's he been?
He says, "Hey, first time back in a few months. What did I miss?"
It's been months.
You missed it all.
Months.
We were saving everything for you, Andy, and we couldn't hold it back any longer. So last week we said, right, just everything we were holding back for Andy, just let rip, and that all happened last week. So there we go. You're off. See you later, Liam. Good to see you again, mate. Thanks as always. Jerome says, hello, I just received your silk to real egg gimmick. Love the look and feel. The hole feels too small for my taste. Think I can make it bigger, question mark. How should I do that without damaging the gimmick? Right, okay, Jerome. We have done so much work and research over this. I've been selling these for long before PropDog, about 12 or 13 years. I've made well over 5,000 of them. And the idea of the hole was that you can put your finger over it and cover it completely, so you can show the egg, you can turn it around, but it's perfectly the right size to fit a silk in, and it's been used by nearly every magician who does silk to egg gimmick in the world. All the top magicians have used these and they all love them. So the hole is actually the perfect size. It may not be perfect for you and what you want to do, but for everybody else the hole is the perfect size. It is exactly the diameter of a 1p coin. I know, because that's how I make the whole template. I blue tack a coin on it and draw around it. But it does allow you just with one finger just to show the egg completely empty, which is what most people want. However, you will have a hard job breaking or ruining the egg if you want to make the hole bigger. If you have a Dremel, just just put the sanding barrel on the Dremel, just put it inside and sand around it, and trust me, you won't break that egg. We put so much work into making sure that's rock solid. You can bang it on a table, drop it on the floor, it won't break. Okay, it's 3, sometimes 4, so it's either 3 thick layers or 4 thinner layers inside the egg, resin that goes into the pores of the egg and dries like concrete. So yeah, if you want to make it bigger, it's really easy. If you don't have a Dremel, just get some sandpaper and just put it in and just work your way around. It won't take too long, depending on how big you want the hole to be bigger. So yeah.
I wonder why the hole wouldn't be, because it's only to get the silk through. The silk's not going to take up. It's not like you put in a bigger object.
And the silky stickers that we sell with it are exactly that same hole as well. So if you do have a silky sticker, if you don't know what a silky sticker is, by the way, rather than having a red sticker on it, you say, look, the silk's in it, but I can peel it off. What it is a silk that hangs out the egg that you peel off, and then you reveal the real egg on it, and it is that same size as well. So if you make it bigger, you won't be able to use the silky sticker. But trust me, you don't actually need the hole to be bigger, but you might be doing a routine we don't know about in some way. So by the way, the egg has been copied by a few different people. We weren't the first people to do it. Stodart did the very first eggs. Ours are way better quality than those. I had some of the original ones, and they were nothing in comparison to our ones, and it's been copied as Murphy's sell a version that is made in China for very, very cheap. They have a massive hole in it, and they don't remove the dermis layer, so if you drop it, the outer shell will break away, unlike ours where if you drop it, it's not. The dermis layer is part of the egg. And there's a new one just being released by TCC, who have also decided to take on the challenge of doing them. I haven't seen or played with theirs yet, so I don't know the quality of them, but I know they've started making them as well, and they also have a slightly bigger hole in theirs. But the thing is, it's harder to make with a small hole. It's really easy to make, well, not really easy, but a lot easier to make with a big hole in it, which is why they do it. They're not got bigger holes in them because that's the preferred method. They're doing it because it's a lot easier to make if you're going to mass produce them. But you know, we put a lot of effort into making sure that hole is as small as we can possibly make it, but still being a good enough size to perform the routine. I hope that helps, Jerome. Graham Tierney says, afternoon, Dave and Alex. Afternoon, Graham. Walter's there. Hello, Walter. He says, afternoon, all. Gary Ogden, is there anything similar to The Evil by Andy Nyman? Well, The Evil by Andy Nyman, who has been looked at this very moment by Miles over there. Andy was a great collector of gags and that kind of effect and jokes. And if you know the original effect, it was called Rattlesnake Eggs. Now, we didn't copy Rattlesnake Eggs as such. We approached the people who make Rattlesnake Eggs and said, can you make our version for us? So I guess it is kind of a copy, but it's made by them, so it's not really. It's a different version of it. Yeah, that's how we got that made. Now, in terms of other ones that make the same noise, yes, you've got the Rattlesnake Eggs. There are other knockoff versions of the Rattlesnake Eggs which have a washer and a little piece of metal that you wind up and put in an envelope. You open the envelope and it goes off. In terms of what we've got, we have the Levitation Device, which I'm going to show you right now.
Should be in a jar, shouldn't it?
Should be in the jar, but for whatever reason, it's not.
I mean, yeah, I'll be assuming it's explicitly something that's loud and scary, is that what we're...
Well, I'm guessing so, yeah. Where is that jar?
Oh, is that? I think it's in there.
Oh, is it set up though? Miles, you know about Levitation Device, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not set up. Yeah.
Who put it back in there without saying that?
Somebody.
Although it's almost funnier watching Dave do it when it's not.
While I'm setting it up, you can tell them what it is.
It is the world's smallest levitation device, and I have to say that it's one of those things that when I first thought you do it once at a table and that would be it, the gag would be gone. But you actually get people going, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Do it to me again. So people, you know,
even though they don't know what's coming, they still
can I do it again?
So we just keep it in here that says world's smallest levitation devices, and customers come in the shop and say, well, what is that? So I have a look. And the standard line you use with it is it's the world's smallest levitation device. It will guarantee to make you levitate at least that much off the ground. And they go, really? And I didn't set it properly. My bad. There we go. It's alive.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Even when you know it's coming, makes you jump. It's bloody loud.
That was.
And of course, you say, you see, he just levitated about that much on the ground. So yeah, just make sure you set it up properly. So it's really easy to set up. Just pull that back, put that down like that, but don't put it on it. And while you're talking, just put it back down and close it. You've got to bend it back. But yeah, that is it. And the problem with this microphone is it will dampen sound. It's designed so it doesn't have high and lows of sound. So trust me, that was way louder than you guys can possibly hear. As I think Adrian and Miles were both attributed to. Adrian, come down off the ceiling, mate. There we go. Right, okay. Yeah, anything else similar to that?
Not noisy. I'm trying to think of our gag straw, but
There's like the spider trick, the web one.
Yeah,
scary one,
that's,
isn't it?
yeah. If you're after scary stuff, yeah, there is. You did have Jim Pace's The Web, but that's no longer available because he's in prison for being a paedophile. And you've got the electronic version, which is called Boris, My Pet Spider Boris, and it's a little app that basically you show them the phone, you take a picture of their hand, and you hold the phone there, and as you're holding it, a little spider crawls across their hand. They go, and you say, "Don't worry, just wave your hand over the phone; it will disappear." So they wave, and there's a spider on the back of the hand, and it is good. I've used it loads of times for great effect. I hope that helps a bit, Gary. Matthew Colley says, as always, thanks guys for the speedy service. Items arrived yesterday. That's amazing because you only ordered this morning. Jeffrey Urich he says, hi chaps, can you recommend some tricks for a children's show? I have a change bag. Do you sell the never-ending silks that you can pull in and out? And do you have a rubber chicken and egg? Don't have a rubber chicken and egg. I'm not sure about the never-ending silk. See, Jason was our kids expert, and he had all the recommendations. And we have a whole section on kids magic. So the best thing to do is to have a look at the children's magic section. Scroll down there. There are hundreds and hundreds of tricks on there. And if we didn't recommend it, it wouldn't be in there. But there are some really great things in there. But there are loads of classic ones like the hippity hip hop rabbit or the thingy duck. What do you call it? Duck. Dippy duck. Thank you. Vanishing Bandana is another classic that goes down really, really well.
Do as I do, plumes.
Yeah,
really
there's tons of them. I mean, Jason was brilliant recommending all those. We've got so many around the place.
Yeah, any of the Tommy James stuff. But also we do some children's DVDs that will give you a really good idea.
Yeah. And you've got the Silly Billy book as well. Yeah. That's really, really good. Well worth a look at. I hope that helps a bit, Jeffrey, and I'm sure some kids entertainers watching now will also recommend a few things for you. Andy Tingley says, them markers you do, can you do one in red? So, excuse me, yes, Andy, there will be some in red and in blue, but they're not here yet. We have to get them shipped in from a long, long way away, and they take about a month to get here. So we've had a batch come in, and we took a gamble on them being good, and they were, so we're going to order more of those. So we have about 40 on the website at the moment, but only in black, and we didn't want to buy the green and reds until we worked out the blacks were going to be good enough. So they will be in fairly soon. Just keep an eye on the website. Matthew Redmond says, evening, any news on the David Duval straitjacket's voyage from India? Is it still in transit? Right, so Matthew, yes, we had 3 prototypes arrive from India. They arrived about 3 weeks ago. Was it 4 weeks? Just before I went away, basically, and there were several issues with them that we had to resolve. Some of the studs weren't quite long enough, they were coming out. The belt loops had too big of gaps in between them, a bit of stitching on one part, but we made a video, sent it back to the manufacturers. They're addressing those now, and they're just now waiting for sizing from us because we're going to get them made in 4 different sizes. Before we did small, medium and large, and we worked out that no one really wants a small. We still got loads of small left, but people seem to want an extra large. Apparently there's a lot of large people that like to do a scopology. So we're making an extra large size, yes. But we have to send them sizes again. Unfortunately, the person who runs the factory died of COVID during the whole pandemic. So his son's now running it. So some of the initial sizes we originally sent have been lost. So I'm going to Sainsbury's at the weekend, and I'm going to buy a medium, a large and an extra large men's shirt. And I'm going to use a sizing for those to work out sizing for the actual straight jackets, making sure they're of course baggy fits. I want to do tight shirts. And then, hopefully it'll be a few months after that.
We should have borrowed Liam for the extra large, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but have you got to take measurements? Do you know where to take measurements for large clothing? No, I don't either. No. Yeah, we're not clothing experts. Yeah, so, but yeah, anything from India just takes so much time, Matthew. David Jones says, will your dry white Sharpies disappear completely from skin when wiped? Let's find out.
Well, I've just done it, and I'd say not quite. I mean, as good as you probably want.
I mean, you're going to want to do a little bit of that first, but it's perfectly dry there. Let's have a look. Oh, that was still wet, I think.
Yeah.
You try a bit more.
I think you will be left with a faint. But I mean, I can't imagine why you'd want to do this.
Let's let it dry a bit longer. Well, we'll tell you in 2 minutes there, Dave. Nigel Quinn says, hey Liam, great turbo stick. Hope all is well, chaps. Any update on Andy Nyman's foreseen? Still waiting for Tannins to get back to us, I'm afraid, Nigel. It's all in their hands, really. Nothing. There's only so many times I can email them and ask. Charlie Robinson said, would you be able to demo the flesh-coloured finger ring flasher? Yeah, give me 2 seconds, Charlie. I presume you mean the Bracco one, do you? If you do, we will go get it. In fact, my lovely assistant will now disappear and appear very shortly with the Bracco one in his hand. Walter says, Dave, what about those who have purchased them in blue? What do you mean, Walter? Do you mean the dry mark Sharpies or what? I'm not sure what you mean. Walter's asking, what about those who have purchased them in blue? Do you know what he means about that? I presume he means the Sharpies. It can only
be the marker, can't we? Have
Okay.
anything else that's got any colours, have we?
But if you purchase them in blue, you will already have the old version. But if you want about the new ones, then yeah, the new ones will be available soon. But here we go on the dry mark. Are you ready? Yeah, it's all right, but it's a bit smudgy. Yeah, to be honest, actually, I think the one that comes with the Super Sharpie is actually slightly better than that. I think. But in terms of writing on something, these are brilliant. So yeah, is that the flesh colour one? I thought we only had black in actually.
Oh, maybe it is black.
Charlie, I was under the impression we only had the black in stock at the moment.
Right. Well, in which
the other
case,
one.
well, you can still show what it is.
Right,
can't you?
we'll need some flash wool, but I'm not sure if we've got any dry flash wool. That's another problem. So let's have a look.
So you show you exactly what it is. Just there you go. There's a little bit of elastic. Yep. And this was the other one you were looking at, Charlie.
Right, we don't have any dry flash wool. All our flash wool is wet and in the freezer, so I'm not sure. Usually when it comes to flash gimmicks, you need flash wool to ignite. So if you're going to use flash paper, okay, you need a bit of flash wool to light it, depending on how good the spark is and how good the heat is here. We might get lucky and it might get a tiny bit of the tip of it and do it. Now there is a bit of elastic that comes with this, and that elastic ties onto the bottom there, up on the back there. So once you do the flash, you just let go and the flash hides this vanishing. But let's have a look. If I can get it aimed, I might just get lucky and get enough heat from the flash to catch the corner of it. Oh yeah, just about there. There we go. But it works a lot better and a lot more reliably with flash wool on it. So yeah, I hope that helps. And the finger flasher there, which is the other one you were asking about.
So if you're gonna if you're wearing dark clothing and you're gonna vanish it on a pull, then black's probably not a bad bet. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, depends on how you're going to use it. Yeah.
You know, because you can't, especially if you're wearing black clothing.
Yeah.
Can't see that anyway, can you?
So the other one, Charlie, you fit it like that, so it's going to be on your hand. Depending on how you're going to hold your hand, you may or may not see it. Okay, and it's designed just to be used with a thumb there, so you're just going to... Yeah, again, it's without flash wool, it's difficult to get the ignition. Yeah, you need flash wool, really. Got lucky on the other one, really. It's...
But it's the same principle. Is that an ordinary piece of paper you've put up in there?
That's not flash paper. That's the paper that was wrapped up in. That's tissue paper. That's the flash paper. Should we try that again?
Let's try that again.
Why do they wrap it up in tissue paper?
Well, as opposed to wrapping it in flash paper.
There we go. Right. Okay. In that case, you might get lucky in this one. There we go. Like that. So yeah. But not ideal. You definitely want flash wool. Flash wool will light every time. Just put a tiny bit at the top of it, and it'll always catch a lot easier. Trying to catch flash paper is a lot harder. There we go. Right, on with the show. Peter Burkett, good afternoon, guys. Watching at work. The boss is coming. Nigel Quinn says, Dave, I have a smoke device that needs some repair. Is this something you guys could do? It's a Sun Smoke Pro, which needs a screw removing. Removing a screw, yes, but depending on the electronics, I may or may not be able to help if there's a problem with that. But if it's just a screw, then yeah, I can do anything mechanical. I can do no problem at all. What I can't do is play around with electronics and coils. So some bloke who thinks he's noble says, hello, my favourite doggers. Al, could you please call me if you leave tonight? This isn't a messaging service, Jason.
Anything for you, love.
This is not a messaging service. Just text him or phone him or whatever. He loves you.
I know. I wonder what it is.
So much.
It's obviously couldn't type it in public. So I wonder what he wants.
It's just nice to see me back in
Could
the
be my
shop,
lucky
Dave.
night.
He will call you on the condition that you recommend some good kids magic. There we go. How's about that? Andrew Vaughan says, afternoon, gents. Matt Burskell says, afternoon, gentlemen. What's going down? Well, I'll tell you what isn't going down.
What isn't going down?
I'll tell you what's not going down.
Oh no, this isn't a link to the K word, is it? It is.
This ain't going down, but it will be soon. It's about time, my word. Oh, well, you want a glass of oil, do you? What's the quality like on the bacon magic egg bag? Says Benjamin Edward. I didn't know we had a bacon magic egg bag in. How much that cost you?
Well, 169.
Oh, 189. I could have made 20 of these for that price. And guess what? Mine's healthy.
Yeah, well, this, you know.
Oh, that's better.
I was supporting my local.
That's going down.
I was supporting my local shops. So you know,
Oh, yeah.
if we all started making our own food and everything else, what would happen to the economy? You know what I'm saying?
We'd
There
all have
are other people to
we'd
look
all have
after.
more money to spend
There's
on
a bigger
decent
world
things.
out there, Dave. There's a bigger world out there.
Right, if everyone saved £50 a week by buying that, they could spend £50 a week more on magic.
Oh, no, that's true.
Right, moving on.
The quality is fine.
I know it is. I'll make it myself.
The bacon magic egg bag's fine. I wouldn't swap it for
The Signor Mado one.
or the Bizarre Magic one.
Bizarre Maki one's the best one, I think.
Yeah, unless you're going to start going for the sort of the Dan Tong. Who's the
Bellini?
Who's the chap in Vegas who has his own? Oh, what's his name?
Carrot Top.
Anyway, unless you're going to spend a lot of money, all the quality's pretty much the same, and the Bizarre Magia is a very popular one, and is
the
used
Bizarre
a lot.
Magia one is based on the Bellini egg bag.
Yeah.
Charlie says, I have an idea for a trick. Wondering if you guys could make it somehow. If I email you the concept and some plans I had drawn up. Maybe, maybe not, Charlie. It really depends. We are really backlogged with a lot of stuff because we've been short-staffed since COVID. So I only just finished a Gimmick Watch yesterday that I started 8 months ago.
That was good, though.
Something like that. Thank you.
It is good. I want one. We might make it.
Shall I show him? Shall I show him what it does?
Are you allowed to show it? Yeah.
I can show him the end part. I'm not going to show him how I made it. I can show him the end part.
Oh, okay.
This is this is for one of our customers, Bo, who wanted a little watch that on command will go and the face will pop up. So if I just put on my photos, come on, unlock.
Are you guys hot? Is that what you're saying?
Come on.
Try and make us buy more kombucha.
You can put that
There
air
you go,
conditioning
right.
on over there. If you, there's probably a little remote control. You can down. Look like. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Right. So, whilst Dave's doing that, shall I answer? Any thoughts on Beyond Stebbins by Craig Petty? I haven't seen it yet, Frank. Apart from Craig
Hi,
came
Bo.
in
So watch
quite a
is
while
all
ago
done,
now,
so I'm just going to run you through
and shows a
basically
few things from it,
what we.
and he really has thought about it and produced some tricks that use the size Stebbins stack that are probably different to what you would immediately have thought of. And it's really nice. And his tuition, especially if you watched Visible, really well taught. Imaginative routines. He's very good at putting a premise on a routine, which is really what you need. So they'll always be engaging. So engaging and easy.
No, right, very quickly, this is the little Gimmick Watch I just finished making yesterday.
So yeah, so there you go. So I mean, obviously, yeah. If you want to send in your Rolex or Patek Philippe to us, we will be able to.
It'll take me 6-8 months to do it, but yeah. So very behind on things, Charlie. So by all means, send it in. If it's something we think we can fit in a few hours or a day, then maybe we can squeeze it in. But if it's going to be much of a bigger bill, we don't know. We'll let you know. Frank says, Alex, do you have any thoughts on Beyond Stebbins by Craig Betty? Oh, you done that one, haven't you? Josh says, I am. No, I am.
I am.
No, I am.
I am.
I'm Spartacus.
I am.
Say, no, I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus. It was a rubbish film. It was rubbish. It went on forever.
Oh, come on. It was
went on
great.
forever.
Yeah, no, I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
It went on forever.
I'm
I'm waiting
Spartacus.
for that moment. Everyone wants to see that moment. I've got to sit through 2.5 hours of...
Hello, Delilah. Hello,
Delilah.
Right. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Oh, yes, hello. You come and say hello again. Go away. She's all right with us. She's all right with us. Yeah.
I'm busy.
She's the star of the show. Everyone loves her.
Well, I'm going to mention this because I was quite excited.
We're selling her to Adam Wilbur, by the way. He's buying her. Yeah. You're not getting a cut. I'll give you 5%. Yeah.
10 grand.
There's
always a price.
This is another Card Shark effect, by the way. A bit Card Shark heavy over here.
Well, that's because we actually had a huge Card Shark order in.
But Tamed Cards by Tommy Wonder, which is Tommy Wonder's wild card routine, which uses a slightly different set of gimmicks. Very similar, but one is different. And it's a brilliant routine with a brilliant premise. And as I've said before, I think I mentioned it earlier on, you've got L&L's wildcard DVD. They show the Steve Dacry one, which gets an incredibly good response, and then Tommy Wonder goes on afterwards and gets a standing ovation with his version. It is possibly, I reckon, one of the best wildcard premises out there. And the best bit about this is not only do you get the cards, but you get 3 sets. So if you want to do 3, if you can do it around the tables and everything else, and it'll be a different card at different times of the day or whatever your premise is. So I thought that was a pretty good. 4 sets. 4 sets, even better than I thought. There you go. Which is a really good thought. I mean, it's a really good idea for people.
You get 3 sets, we throw you in an extra set because we're good like that.
Well, but especially if you're a hobbyist and everyone's people might remember the 4.
Do it on me.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do it.
That's why I have 3 wild gimmicks in my wallet. So when someone on the next table says do that one to me, I can go and do it to them. So 3 different wild gimmicks.
And it does come with a matching deck of cards as well. So you do the whole routine. I'm assuming now, I haven't actually watched their version of it.
Served.
But I'm guessing this is possibly going to be the same with as with the Mark Leverage thing, because they've given a booklet and they tell you how to watch his performance. But I'm guessing they probably aren't allowed at the moment to show the actual tuition by Tommy himself. But it's all written up in the book, and it's quite straightforward once you've got the gimmicks. And that is $51.99. And I might have just sold one.
And the smugglers back in stock, by the way. Yes, we have 2 more smugglers. They've been selling, every time we get them in, they go out again. Brilliant. Best little smoke device. If you haven't seen them, they're like this small, bellow out smoke. Brilliant. And they're the only ones we've ever stocked that have never been returned with an issue. Mick Edwards says, I'm good, Dave. Be down in a couple of weeks. Oh, good. It'll be good to see you again, Mick. Mike Main, hello, mate. Another person who hasn't been in for a while. I hope all is well. He says, hi, Dave and Alex. Nice to see you both. Dave, do you still engrave on Perspex photo frames? Need one for an anniversary waltz? Yes, no problem, Mike. Bring in whatever you need. We'll engrave it. However, our laser cutter did... Well, I wouldn't say go bang, but it did give up the ghost about 3 days ago. For some reason, it just stopped working. And I've found an engineer who's going to come out on Monday to have a look at it, and hopefully he can fix it. If not, we might have to wait for some parts to come from China, which could take anything up to a month or 6 weeks. So yeah, depending on whether it's fixed on Monday or not, depends also how soon you want it. So let me know. But if it's not too big, we've got our small laser cutter still. We can engrave it on the small one, so we can engrave stuff up to about 9 inches by about 4 inches on the smaller one downstairs. What were you going to say?
I'll say that should be about alright for photo frame, shouldn't it? Unless
it depends, it might be an A4 one, yeah. Matt Boskill says, certainly wouldn't recommend Cypher, really crap impression. It's like Rory Bremner Christmas special.
Do you know what's really done that? I used to do it with carbon paper.
Oh yeah, well, the good old fashioned way. It works.
Yeah, carbon paper works. Carbon paper and a small pencil that you can get from IKEA or your batching shop.
The batteries never run out on it.
Yeah.
I've never had batteries run out on it.
Yeah, it works fine.
Josh Wood said, I'm practicing card manipulation stuff at the moment. I was wondering, what's the best manipulation deck you guys have used? Well,
I mean, we're always manipulating around the whole.
In the day, we were talking a long time ago, when I did my manipulation act, a good 20 odd years ago, I was using Nielsen ones with a bit of vanning powder, but any of them work just as well. Just they're thin. It depends whether you want flesh coloured or black backs, depending on the background you're going to use. But yeah, I just use anything, but always poker sized and always thin. Doing a bicycle deck is possible, but it's a lot harder unless you're Jeff McBride or some of the other whiz kids out there. But yeah, just poker sized manipulation guides. They're all as good as each other. Just put them in a bag, put a dash of fanning powder in, shake it around, blow it up, shake it around, blow them off, and they're all as good as each other. Hope that helps, Josh. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are a lot better at manipulation than I ever was, who can probably recommend some better ones. Walter says, sounds like he's trying to put his thumb. Sounds like he is trying to put his thumb. What's that? With reference to what? Sorry, Walter, we're quite far behind. So you probably asked that about 15 minutes ago, and we've only just seen it now. So, maybe the thumb flasher. Maybe that was something to do with it, yeah. Gary Ogden says, what's the best effect you have had in this week?
I'm going to tell you, because this is the effect that I love.
Is it something we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, it is. So some of you might know there's a certain deck that I really, really like, that I am working on doing a project on, and this is possibly the best routine that I have seen uses it. It's Cupid by Pitt Hartling. If you can get hold of his green lecture notes, they are brilliant too. But this is a routine using a well-known, or quite well-known deck that I'm a big fan of. You do loads of stuff with it. Once you've got this deck in your hands, you can do miracles. But you can also do this routine, which is all about matching cards. So the cards get shuffled with the help of a spectator, shuffle the whole deck. Half the deck gets put to one side, and half it gets put in the box. They pick a card, they put it inside. They then insert it anywhere in the spread, and it's next to the matching cards. If they chose the 5 hearts, it would be next to the 5 diamonds. You then repeat this a couple of other times, and then each time you're using the Joker, which has got a Cupid on it, you see, so it's all about lovers and mates. Really great humour, really great premise, and eventually the whole deck matches, and then even the ones that have been shuffled twice that have been put in the box all match. Lovely phases. He does it on a table, and I do it stand up, so don't think that the table's essential. The table gives it a really nice look, don't get me wrong, it is better on a table, but you can do the every stage in the hands, pretty much. And it is just brilliant. It is 6 minutes probably of great funny lines, beautiful story, lovely premise, really engaging, dead easy. The deck does all the work for you. I can't recommend it enough. It really is one of my favourite things to perform. Bam! Oh, and it is, unbelievably, $30.99.
Charlie Robinson says, I started with Vernay and Murphy's MIP cards, but now I just use standard bikes so I can do it whenever, which is a lot harder. And I'm now going to try for the first time in about 20 years to see if I can do any manipulation with some standard bikes, because now the challenge is on. That's a bit there.
I'm watching on the screen.
So, okay, bear with me, it's been a while, muscle memory.
Go on, go on.
Come on, I can do this. Whoo! There we go.
Oh, that's not...
Considering I haven't done that in about 20 years, well, I say that, I've probably every now and again tried something, but yeah, a long time since I've done that. But it's a lot harder with regular bikes, way easier with nip cards, but yeah, good effort, Charlie. Right. Andrew Vaughan says, I have a lot of bonds and lopes, but the glue has dried out. Can you recommend some glue to retouch them with? Yes, Andrew. So Bonslopes should last approximately a year to 18 months if kept in dry, normal conditions. If it's kept in a dusty environment or slightly damp conditions, it can go slightly less. Also, if we've had them in stock for 6 months and you buy them, you may only be a year they get to last. But if they do go, just put a dab of rubber cement on it. We sell rubber cement, a lot of magic shops sell it. Just a little wipe over on both sides, renew it for another year, year and a half, maybe 2 years. I have found Bonslopes down the back of my sofa that are probably down there 4 or 5 years and they work perfectly. So sometimes it's just the environment they're kept in. So I just keep mine in a little clear Ziploc bag and leave them in my magic case, and they'll last forever really. Well, not forever, but a long time. But yeah. Oh, excuse me, kombucha. Yeah, rubber cement. You can also use copy decks as well. I just put some over the top if I'm going to retouch them up, but you don't need to. You can just put your fingers on and just roll up the old cement that was on it, and you get a fresh new Bonslope and just wipe over them again. I know Harry Robson does that with all his when he performs, and he talks about that with his How wallet. You don't need to, but he likes to do that. Andrew Vaughan says, oh, that's one. Jake Thomas says, please can you tell me a bit about your heat-treated forks? Yes, okay, so heat-treated forks. Have we got any here?
Yeah, there was.
There's one there, but it's been bent. We usually have a whole pile of demo ones. Maybe they've all been used.
You were showing someone the other day, weren't you?
Yeah. Have we got any? You throw me an easy bend key there, please, Adrian, just behind. It works in the same principle. So, the heat-treated forks. Thank you, mate. So, we haven't got any here to show you as such, but this is one that's already been bent. Now, what we do is we heat them and we treat them for about 8 or 9 millimeters just here on the neck. And then we do the same across here. Now, if I zoom in on this, you will see exactly where we've treated them because it's already been bent.
Can I just say that this is different to a lot of the otother metal bending forks you get, because they tend to be, you can pretty much bend them anywhere just by very gently. Sorry, carry on.
I'll go into this. Right, okay, yeah. So, first of all, right. Here we go. So, actually, no, I don't want an app, do I? I want the camera app. Nope, that's HRV app.
There's youngsters out there who can use a phone.
I know, yeah, that's how it is. Right, okay. So, if we look, I'm going to use a key to demonstrate here. If you look here, you can see a very sharp kind of bend along there. So, along here, and there, and on the neck of it there. So, from here down to there. Those are the places we treat them, okay? And by treating them, I mean I heat them with a very fine blowtorch until they're glowing red for a couple of seconds, and then we put them in a bowl of dry vermiculite, which allows them to cool over a few hours. And that slow cooling means they're very, very soft, so they bend very, very easy like that. But if you go to bend that one back that's bent, you can't bend it back. Now this top one over here, so this one here, okay, if you can show the camera, let's go back on the close-up camera. So that one there has actually been bent yet. So if I go back on here, you'll see that one there hasn't yet been bent. So if you just bend that one and show them how easy that one is to bend. Okay, it bends really easy, but if you go to bend that one back, you see you can't bend it back. Now the reason I came up with this idea is because I love the routine liquid metal by Morgan Strebler, but the problem was you had to find some very, very soft spoons, forks to do them with. Now the best forks to do them with were the Woolworths forks. And when Woolworths closed down, I remember me and Jamie Raven zigzagging the country to every single Woolworths and buying every single one they had because they were going to close all the stores. But then they went and that was it. And I believe that the ones that were Woolworths are now what World Magic Shop sells as their liquid forks. I believe they're the same suppliers that supplied Woolworths. And if you get other makes, they're not as good. Jamie and I were in Dubai for a few months out there, and Jamie ran out of forks, so we were going around buying 100 different forks in different places and trying them, and they were just snapping. You bend them once, they just snap. So to find a good one that you can bend and twist and don't break is a nightmare. I remember just saying, "Can we have these 2 forks, please?" Yes, okay. I'm walking out the shop. The shopkeeper go. But yeah, we ended up buying some that were really hard to bend, and poor Jamie punctured his finger like once a night, and he can't see that plus. It's all those fingers where he just kept punching them because these forks are so hard. So it's hard to find a good fork that will bend. So yeah, you need the really easy ones to bend, but then of course when you hand out as a souvenir, they can just go, oh, it bends quite easy, doesn't it? And I think you lose some of the effect then when you give it away as a souvenir. So I thought, why not use the same principle on here, which is the same principle we use on the Easy Bend keys. So the Easy Bend keys, these, you get a no bend as well, so you can hand out a no bend that doesn't bend, and then you give them these, and you give the spectator the power to bend, and of course they can bend them really easy. But once you've bent, if you've got to bend that back,
me look red in the face on all of them.
I know, yeah. They're really, really hard to bend back once you bend them. So it's the same principle we use on heat treated forks. And it's the same with the twist there, you just bend down. It's a little harder to do the twist than on the really easy ones, but again, you're never going to budge that. You can't move that 1 millimetre to undo that at all. It's impossible. So yeah, it's the ideal giveaway. So there we are. I hope that helps a bit. Who didn't take the phone off the hook?
I did take the phone off the hook. Who put the phone back on the hook?
Mike? He's got it downstairs. Oh, probably because he's downstairs. He might get the phone down there. Yeah, no problem. Robert Smith says, Charlie, yes, thank you. We've already mentioned that. Jake Thomas says, please, can you tell? Oh, we've done that one already. Gary Ogden says, what's it called? The Levitation Device. Yeah, what is a Levitation Device called?
I don't know. What would we call a levitation device?
A bangy thing? A bangy jumpy thing? A float in the air thingy?
No, we would obviously be
floating person thingy bang.
Quantum jump banger.
Yeah, we should have just called it something really simple like levitation device. Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
No. Okay. Andy Ray says, hi legends. Oh, hi Adrian. Hi Miles. I know what you meant for a minute.
Hey Andy.
Leanne Lee says, just curious, is there still a stock for dark card from Cameron Magic? What language is that?
I don't know. Well, Cameron used to be. They used to do all the old classic.
Dark card. What's dark card?
I don't know.
I've never heard of dark card.
I'll have to find out.
No, we've never heard the answer, so we don't know, unfortunately. But we will look into it, and Alex will get back to you. Andy Tingley says, I can't download Boris for my Android phone. Got a new phone. It's disappeared from Google and not anywhere.
I think I can.
Any help,
I think I can probably send you a link, Andy. Someone else mentioned it, and I think if you've still got the box, I think it's got a QR code that might save you. If not, I'll try and send you a link. I'll try and write that down.
Ottar has hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
With a double-headed prediction. So thank you, Ottar. Yeah. So for kids, a great. Well, as Ottar says, best trick for kids show these days is double-headed prediction. It kills with the kids and family. So yeah, looking double-headed prediction. We have done a demo of it on the lives quite some time ago. You might find if you Google PropDog and double-headed prediction, you might find a video of Jason doing it. Chris Gullender says your Mac looks very close to tipping off the table. No, that's where I like it. Yeah, it is close there, but it's fine. Trust me, I can see the edge of it here, and I know that's my favourite place for it. I have to be a bit further away from the screen. If I'm this close, I can't see. Everything's a blur, so I need to be this far away. Hans says, late comer, unfortunately, but better late than never. Really great to see you again. Always good to see you. Well, good to have you joining us. We don't really see you, but you know what we mean. Yeah, do watch from the beginning, Hans, because it's been an alright show so far. It's been alright, yeah. Walter says, yes. Sorry, Dave, ages ago. What was that yes to? Chris, that was ages ago. I asked about that. No, Sharpie means Sharpie, yeah. Sorry, Walter. Matt Bosco said, what are your favourite effects at your recent Phoenix Haul? We've already done that one now. Thank you.
It's got to be Cupid. Yeah. Cupid is amazing. I'll tell you there is also Fantastic Aces by Jorg Alexander of Sympathetic 10 fame. I think his performance is a bit slow. But the vanish of the aces, the ace gimmicks are slightly different to what you might be expecting with McDonald's aces. It's very clean. It is very clean and still remarkably easy. So if you want to vanish, it does use gimmick cards obviously, but if you want to vanish the aces and do a really nice McDonald's aces, then it's good. I'd speed up the routine, to be honest, than York does it.
What have these two got in common? They were both members of what magic group?
Oh, yes. What were they called? Flicking Fingers.
There we go.
Yep.
Yep. If you don't know what I'm about, yeah, do Google the Flicking Fingers. They made some great DVDs back in the time, but there were lovely little comedy documentaries about their road trips, and it was brilliant. I love watching all their stuff. And they had a really good book out as well, actually, which I do have at home. Yeah. So yeah, brilliant little DVDs. Very, very good. Otto says, ha 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 ha. Need a pyro consultant, Dave. Yeah, Otto, because I can't tell the difference between tissue paper and flash paper, apparently. Roy Brownlee said, Lauren Hardy of flash paper. Yeah, I am both of them, yeah. David West says, what's a trick when no one does anymore that surprises you because it's a great effect? Good call.
I don't know, but it's hard to know what people don't
Card
do.
warp.
Oh yeah.
Card warp's a great one. Not many people do that. It's a lovely little effect. Some of the old ones like the shuttleboard. In fact, a few people do shuttleboard now. It's a great old one, isn't it? Not many linking cards out these days. There used to be some really good linking card tricks out there that were quite good. Fill Plus, not many people do that. I'm always raving about that. I always have. That's an old one, and that's a brilliant trick. But a few more people are.
Well, one of the things that we keep on to them to get in is NFW.
An old great.
Twisted Sisters is still a great one. That seems
Yeah,
to sell on
still a
site.
lot of
Twisted
that,
Sisters.
yeah.
So I'm not sure whether it's hard to know whether people really are still doing them. I don't know. But, yeah.
Blindfold driving trick. Popular in the 50s. You know what? We still sell loads of blindfold driving masks. The bags that go over the head. And I'm thinking, people aren't actually doing this in gigs. They're just buying to freak out their missus while driving. There must be. Because I reckon we probably sold 100 of them since we opened the shop. And there's no way there's 100 performances out there. You might have the odd person doing something.
If I did get my scooter, that would be really funny, just to have a bag over
driving.
my head. Just
Well,
wondering why I can't get insurance as I'm driving with a bag over.
Well, back in the day, right? So Jamie, Singh, myself, and Paul Martin, we were all making a pilot for a TV show, and we were writing up all these amazing ideas. You know.
Oh yeah, I've seen your pilot for the TV show.
So one of them, I was a holy man going into the Thames. So it was like a reality show. This was before Dynamo. The reality show. So there'd be some fishermen going along fishing, and I'll walk in dressed as a holy man, wade up to the water, go in, and then pull out some fish and just walk off like that, and just watch a fisherman freak out. But one of them was I devised a way of cycling with buckets on the head.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right, so I devised this little periscope system. So you can have a periscope down here, but you can look here and you could see ahead, but you couldn't see the periscope. It's kind of hidden in the collars. And the idea would be there'd be 4 blokes just riding down the street with buckets on their head on bikes and cycling normally, and just watching people's reaction around it is great. So and that was kind of based on a similar idea. Tim Hodgkinson says, Dave, when are you going to start selling that new non-flammable flash paper? We sell it now. So if you want a sheet, Tim, it's a £5 a sheet. Yes, it's about this big. I'll send it to you today if you want. Graham Tierney says, Tierney. Graham Tierney says, will you be getting Hold Your Fire by John Kennedy back in stock soon? We got it back in stock today.
Sold out.
Already?
Yeah.
Why did we only order 2? Because I put the order together.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was that good. I didn't know much about it. Sorry, Graham, we'll get some more in next week. Can you add a load more to the cart to make sure we remember?
Yeah.
Amber, hello Amber. She says, hello, just got home from a funeral. Unfortunately, was not mine. I'm good to hear it wasn't yours, Amber, because that would have freaked me out if you were writing this. Jonas says the K word, Alex. Oh, you mean Kahula? Kahula.
God, is there nothing Jonas doesn't have in his bar?
What, Kaluha? Is that drink? Is it Kaluha?
Yeah.
Oh, is that like a Hawaiian drink? Hawaiian punch?
I'm guessing
like
it's
Hawaiian
some.
punch.
I mean, I've never actually had it. Isn't it? I think it might be chocolate or coffee. Coffee probably.
Kombucha, says Amber. Andy Ray, does Lynette Welch still mail egg bags? I presume you mean make egg bags. I have one, but looking for a new one. Still make. Oh yeah, it says on there make. There we go.
Yeah.
So he said that first, and then he said that. I don't know, unfortunately, but somebody here might know. Adam Evans says Stebbins' project is effing good, but very fooling.
I'm just writing down to check for Andy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lynette Welch.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, good. I'm not Spartacus. I'm so not Spartacus, says Jonas. Oh, come on, Jonas. I've seen you in your underpants, waving your vodka. I haven't really. Don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Alex, Spartacus is a great film. Go sit in the corner, says Andy Tingley. I'll tell you another good film similar to that.
Oh,
with some great
God,
starring
why are we getting
actors.
onto films now?
What film would that be? What's a great warrior kind of film like that might have some really good actors in?
You want some?
Thank you. That's got a brilliant actor in that.
One of the extras.
I say actor very loosely.
One of the extras.
Well, extra more like, but I was still in it in 3 scenes. Yeah, just saying, you know, me and Gladiator, 1996, filmed in Farnham. If you know where to look, you'll find me. I watched it the other day actually. I was like, there's me with hair. I was a good gladiator. Well, I was a Praetorian guard actually, and a Roman road builder, but I say gladiator because it's
A Roman road builder.
I could have been a gladiator. I had a Roman. I got this big hammer. In fact, I got a picture on here.
Oh.
Want to see it? No, you don't want to see it?
Okay. No, go on. No,
go on my Facebook page.
Go on. No, you can
go on my
show it.
Facebook page. Go to the albums on my Facebook page. Oh my God. Go on, you read out some of those. I'm going to show off. This is my moment of fame. I can at last show people just what a great actor I am.
Anyway, I do know it is a good film. It is a brilliant film. Good old Kirk Douglas. Did you know that Kirk Douglas was meant to be in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
It wasn't really.
Because it's produced by, so Michael Douglas, he gave Michael Douglas the money to produce it, thinking he was going to be in it, and then Michael Douglas decided to go with Jack Nicholson and not his dad.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Ready? Ladies, control yourself. Yep, that's me. That's me as a Praetorian Guard.
Oh, look, you're loving that, aren't you?
Young
You are loving it.
25-year-old, yep. We're not allowed cameras in the set, so I'm sneaking in. And there's me as a Roman road, but look at Hamlet. Look at that club. My word.
Yeah, compensating, mate. Overcompensating.
This is the bit you see. This is the bit in the carriage. When the big armoured carriage pulls up at the beginning and Commodus gets out with Connie Nielsen, you see me bowing there to him. There we are. There's another little bit over there. Look. Handsome dude with my dress. There's another bit. This was a scene that was cut out of the film. Wonder why. That's another scene that was cut out of the film. It's my artistic.
So they cut you out?
No, they cut the whole scene. Obviously, didn't do a good job. There we are. There's the armoured carriage. So when this armoured carriage stops and Commodus comes out, that's when you see me bowing to him in the background. Some of the scene there. Oh, it's my artistic one. Look how cool that is. Look. I've always wanted to get that blown up and put on the wall, actually. And that's it.
No, that is a good picture, actually.
Yeah,
You should.
Yeah. So that's my just some of my movie exploits back in the day. I could list the other couple of 100,000, and I could list the time when I had Tom Cruise's spit on my shoulder, or I sat next to Tommy Lee Jones for an hour. Chris Evans, not Ginger Chris, on Captain America.
Oh yeah.
Me and him. Do you know what I said to him?
Don't know. Do you really call Chris Evans Ginger Chris?
No, not Ginger Chris Evans. But do you want to know what I said to Chris? Do you want to know? I'll tell you what I said to Adam as well. I'll tell you what I said to Tommy Lee Jones.
Pick a card.
I said to Tom Cruise, and I said to Chris Evans. You know what I said?
No, what?
Nothing, because you're not allowed to talk to any of them. You talking to any of the stars, you're thrown off the set immediately. So I'm sitting there on my cards, showing some magic to the lads, thinking, "Come on, Mr. Cruise, come and look over." No. And then I have a scene. It was in All You Need Is. When we were filming it, it's called All You Need Is Kill, but the movie name, they don't give you the name of the movie while you're doing it, you see, because they don't want you talking about it. So the real name of the movie was Live, Die, Repeat, but when we were filming it, it's called All You Need Is Kill. Yeah.
That was quite good, Dan.
Yeah. So in the scene when they're going up and down the corridors and they're doing their little dance when no one can see them, there's a general walks out there, and
that's my favourite scene.
That
is literally my favourite
scene. Yeah, it's brilliant.
God.
And I'm there, and Tom
Love it.
Cruise is standing next to me, and Tom Cruise spits a lot when he talks, and I had his spit on there, and I'm like, I'm going to try and capture this and sell it on eBay.
You sure he wasn't just spitting on you?
Yeah, he probably was actually. Yeah. I'll show you that scene. Because you're not allowed to take cameras into any of these things, so you've got to kind of sneak them in there. Where is this? This will be right at the beginning over here. Yeah, read some comments.
Right then. Weird comment, so bear with me. This is Josh, by the way. I had a dream last night about an idea for a trick. It was a fake hand and wrist with a suction cup on the bottom, so you could attach it to a mirror and practice tricks that involve the spectator's hand as much, such as would this work for a product? So basically, you want a mannequin's hand so that you can put things in it and I guess it would work. I'm not sure there's a big demand for it. Would you, Miles, interested in a fake hand so you can practice putting cards in spectators' hands? I think you might be on your own, Josh. But I guess it would work. It'd be funny. So go for it and see how you go. I won't ask what you were doing with that third hand in your dream. Roy Brownlow, will you be selling tickets for the Craig Petty Sean Hayden Magic Off battle? Well, we're a bit late to the party, and I don't think we're going to join in.
No. Not said about it yet.
I think it's one of those things that started off in as a bit of fun, and then got a bit too personal. So we're out of it.
It's not on there. It's on my computer downstairs, not my phone.
Right.
Yeah. I'll show you later.
Aki Shrunk, Dave, have you finally perfected the shrinking ray gun? If so, could you offer it again? Nice.
You missed the beginning bit where we talked about my new age-reducing kombucha. It's a new thing. It makes you look a lot younger, and I guess onto Aki, and lo and behold, he looks like a pup again. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Still going.
Still going.
Still going.
Yeah, sure.
Mike's still here. Mike is still here.
Speaking of Mike Baines says great frame is 6 inches by 4 inches. I'll pop in Monday. Yeah, we might better do it, Mike. Yeah. I can't guarantee it though. But if you leave it with us, then if I can't do it on the smaller one and the laser cutter is fixed, then I can do it just afterwards. But yeah, I'll let you know. Andy Ray says Duncan Trillin made a great manip deck. Trillin or Trillo? Not sure on that one. Yeah, Trillo. Yeah. Oh yeah, he said Trillo below. Yeah, there we go. Chris Wells said, do you sell bricks or bicycle cards? Not anymore, Chris. No, because we used to get the cards imported from Portugal, but because of Brexit, we can't import them anymore. So we have to basically rely on the Costco ones, and we don't make enough money to sell them by the brick with a discount, so we just sell them individually. Unfortunately, blame it on those who voted Brexit. Adam Wilbur, hello mate. Again, he says, do you make or sell your pre-cut rope wholesale or jobber rates if MOQ is met? Yeah, mate, no problem at all. Just drop us an email. We can bulk make them for you, no problem at all. And he says then thank you Alex for checking out ICOE. If you guys really are the best.
Well, I mean, I'm just pleased it's good.
The
There's nothing worse than checking out something and it being, less than brilliant. So thank you.
Could you dem Smuggler? Does it have a light too? Comes in different colours. We could, but we'd have to charge it up, Nigel, and that would take longer than we've got in the rest of the show. But we've demmed it before several times on the live. So I think if you Google PropDog Smuggler, it may have been in the early days when we had the time to do all the time listings on it. So you might find it on YouTube on then.
It does. It does have a light. Yep.
It does have a light. Yeah. Dan Slater says, hi PropDog, do you have an idea when you will have Wonder Pop replacement balls back in stock? I didn't know we were out of Wonder Pop replacement balls. Are we out of them?
They're not over there.
Oh, okay. We will get some more in. Yeah, I will get some more in. I didn't know we were out, so sorry, Dan. We will get some on. Can you write that down and remind me Monday? Peter Armitage, right? No more comments, guys, because we are running out of time. It's been a long one today, and we're still got to serve the guys over here. So Peter Armitage says, the legends. I meant we've got to serve the legends. Peter Armitage says, you're entertaining the dogs there.
I should have a trick.
Check out these two guys. Look. Yeah. These are the legends of magic. Sitting here.
They're fresh from a gig, aren't you?
Wooed by a couple of little puppies. There you go. Look.
This is relaxation, isn't it?
They're all prop dogs.
Look at that. Oh, you guys are so cute.
That's what everyone says about me and Miles.
That's what I meant. Peter says, hey Dave, I purchased the JWL Z wallet off you earlier in the year. Do you have any great routines ideas for it? Tried YouTube but very limited. Any great magic of all time DVD? Any greatest magic of all time DVDs? I don't know. We had loads of requests for the Z wallet, hence the reason we made it. I had a little routine I used to do with one yonks ago, but I found better material to do, so I didn't do any more with it. But do you have any ideas, or any of you guys have any ideas?
Sticky Fingers by Lee Thompson.
Sticky Fingers by Lee Thompson, says Miles. Anyone? Adrian?
No.
So Miles is better than you, he knows more. Right,
He's
okay.
younger.
Yeah.
His brain works better.
Although Adrian could have just made, you could have just made something up, Adrian. It would have been fine.
Yeah, I could have done that.
I don't know. I might look into it. That might be. I don't mind ploughing through a book or two. Try and find something for you.
Brendan Lamb says, great manipulation, Dave. Still don't know how manipulators can show both sides of their hands and then produce the cards. It looks great. I don't know how they do it either. Amazing, isn't it? Jonas says, how is the work going on the JCA PropDog die box going? It's kind of been on hold for a little while, actually. Just so many jobs built up with with Brexit happening, with COVID happening. Again, everything was put on hold. We've got about 5 or 6 jobs on the go that are kind of half done and half not. So we've got jobs for Preston Nyman. It was going to be a great little release, so we get that done. Got something we're working on with Craig Petty. Just loads of little jobs. So it's a case of, do we concentrate on one thing, get it all done, or do we do loads of little things and do bits and bobs? And sometimes it's easier just to do little bits on each one individually while we have the time, rather than trying to donate too much time to something and then forgetting about all the other ones. Matt Bosco says, all Wonder Pop replacement stickers. Now, we stopped doing the replacement stickers, Matt, because our label printer blew up. It stopped working. It's a £3,000 machine, too expensive to replace and too expensive to fix. and we were able to print waterproof stickers on that. But yeah, we're not going to get a new one. It's just not cost effective to do it. They've put the price of the ink up and the labels up so much that it works out 10 times more expensive now to print your own than it does go to a printer. So we stopped doing them. Jonas says, how is the work going on? Oh, done that one. That's for Pete. Roger Minton says, hi, Dave and Alex. Hello, Roger. Walter says, having trouble with my computer, so we'll sign off now, but we'll watch you on YouTube later. Thanks. You're most welcome, Walter. Have a great night, weekend yourself too. Thank you. And he's sorry, meant to say Sharpie. I know what you meant, Walter. Matthew Colley says, Twisted Sisters is a classic. I always have it in the wallet. We sell so many of them. Andy Tingley says, John Kennedy's Hold Your Fire. Never been burnt so much. Buy another trick for my drawer. Laugh out loud. What?
I don't know. Have you got it? Are you holding it the right way round? I'm not sure.
I've been told by a few people it's a good trick.
It is a good trick.
Oh, there you go. Okay. He's probably just saying that so no one else buys it.
Oh, yeah, keep it to yourself.
Matthew Colley says, David's been said before, but you really need to write a book. Yeah, if I had the time, maybe I would. Chris Gillender says, black Russian drink is Kahlua. Oh, Kahlua. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I like a black Russian. Roy Brownlow says, Alex is a bit tame with the trousers today. You aren't you, really? Yeah. What's going on?
Sorry.
Oh, hang on a minute. Are you seeing a certain lady tonight? Are you?
No. In fact, I'll tell you what it is.
She told you off.
There might be work done on the boat and things like that. And obviously, I don't want to wear a special nice pair of trousers for crossing in the boat, filling that water tank.
Paint your boat a rainbow colour. That way, it won't matter.
Well, that
if you
is
paint
true.
on you.
That is true.
Amber says, I feel odd. Family is old-fashioned, so I had to wear a dress. As you know, I'm a tomboy. I prefer combats, t-shirts and dresses. Jonas says, so basically, Dave, only do moves where he can wear a skirt. Yeah. Was them more than me? Was them more than me? Not sure what that means.
Where's them more than the skirts? You.
Oh, right, yeah. Andy Tingley says, I've done YTS for a film company as a runner. I had to drive Ted's Dan's Danson around on a golf cart. That was great fun. So Dan's on. Yeah, okay. I know what you mean, Andy. We figured it out.
The gold cart. That's very flash.
Yeah. Roy Brownlow says, don't start Dave on his adult movies, laugh loud. Adam says, do you still sell the high? Yes, we do sell the One Direction. Thank you. Yes. And Nigel Quinton says, will you be stocking Preston's future issues of Mazel magazine? Not sure, Nigel. If you offset wholesale, we probably will, yeah. But we have a great little effect that he's asked us to make, and if we can finally make it, we've been working on it well over a year, maybe 2 years. It's very, very hard to make, and when people say, oh, we've been working on this for 2 years, they don't mean 2 years straight, like we haven't been working on Preston's 2 years straight, but we've been working on and off for it for 2 years, and if we do it, it's going to be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I won't tell you what it is, because it's not my place to tell you. But anyway, that's it. So guys, we are going to do a giveaway, because we're so late today, but we will make up for next week.
Preston is obviously selling his Mazel magazine, and he'll make more money if you buy it from him.
Absolutely, yeah. Sells it to us, we got to sell it. He's going to sell it to us at a high price. So yeah, why would you? Yeah.
So
YTS, by the way, with the youth training scheme. Yes, I know about the YTS. My sister was on a YTS.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. You could join when you were 15 or 16, late 15s, early 16s, and yeah, it's a good scheme. They got rid of it. Don't know why, but anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and thank you, Ken. You have a great weekend too. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the live. We will see you all next week, and we will do another giveaway next week instead. All right, cheers, guys. Bye. We're still going. We're still here. Yeah, we're finished now. Say something about the customers. Go on, say something. We're still going.
I'll tell you what, it is an absolute.
They are, those customers. My God. They don't have to go on, don't they? Yeah. Thank God they're not listening. Yeah. Bye.